Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Coaster News. And as always, we've got some amazing news from different theme parks, rides, attractions and events all over the world. So let's get straight into the news today. Our top story for tonight, and this is a bit of a sad and unexpected one. Bollywood Parks Dubai has unexpectedly closed forever. We did not see this news coming at all whatsoever. There was no sort of evidence to suggest this might happen. But if you know what I'm talking about, basically Bollywood Parks Dubai is a theme park located as part of the Dubai Parks Resorts in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. It consists of 3 theme parks. There's Bollywood Parks Dubai, there's Motion Gate Dubai, and there's Legoland Dubai. And obviously it's a resort complex with 3 major theme parks. However, it seems that the Bollywood theme park, which is obviously it's like the world's first theme park fully dedicated to Bollywood, and it's a very interesting theme to go with for a theme park. And obviously it looks really cool. It looks heavily themed theme park, and it looks awesome. But strangely, they announced I think yesterday or the day before that it was going to close forever, and it closed forever yesterday. Now I don't know why this has happened, although I guess it might be due to the fact that the theme park itself, and just all of the Dubai Parks resorts were just very quiet. There's low visitor numbers basically. Apparently, I've seen pictures of it online. It just looks like a ghost town. And I'm not sure why. Probably because I'm probably just going to assume it because Dubai, its tourism industry has just declined over the last few years, and obviously COVID hasn't helped. But obviously I'm not sure why they've decided. It could be due to the fact of low visitor numbers. Which is very strange, but they could have increased those visitor numbers because they were going to open a new wooden roller coaster called Bombay Express, and it looks like a really cool wooden roller coaster. They only had one other roller coaster open back in 2021. It's literally just a little kiddie roller coaster that's similar to the Zampella mine train coaster. But yeah, it's very sad to see that this theme park has closed. But there's rumours that they could be retheming it. They said they're going to announce future plans for the actual park itself within the next few weeks. There's a rumour it could be rethemed to something else. But it's very sad to see this park closing, and we'll see what comes of it. In other news today, Busch Gardens Williamsburg have announced that DarKoaster will officially open on the 19th of May 2023. And obviously this is brilliant news for Busch Gardens Williamsburg in Virginia, USA. But if you know what I'm talking about, basically DarKoaster is a brand new Intamin indoor launch coaster. It's a indoor Intamin multi-dimensional coaster. It was announced last year. It's replacing the former Dark Castle indoor dark ride, which was apparently one of the most iconic attractions at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. But that attraction itself closed a few years ago. I think it was opened by maybe in the 70s and 80s, so it was quite an old attraction. But it's now getting replaced by a brand new roller coaster. But it's an indoor family coaster, so it's not anything on the scale of what they got last year with Pantheon. It was a huge extreme roller coaster with inversions and things like that. What makes this ride quite unique is that I'm pretty sure it's got a normal family coaster layout. However, it got with a launch obviously, but when it gets to the brakes, I'm pretty sure it switches track and just does another lap throughout the entire. It's a bit weird, but I think it's got a world's first element in there somewhere. Because obviously Intamin, the game, a lot more. These multi-dimensional coasters are getting a lot more advanced, and I'm pretty sure this one's got a few more advanced features in there. I think it's the second or one of 2 Intamin multi-dimensional coasters opening this year, with the other one being the Uncharted roller coaster at Portaventura. It looks really weird, cool to see this ride. It's very interesting. Obviously, it's not going to be on the scale of Pantheon or Iron Gwazi, which is at Busch Gardens Tampa. but it definitely does look like a good family coaster. And the weird thing is, upon opening, this is going to be Busch Gardens Williamsburg's 4th launch coaster. Because they got Verbolten in 2012, they got Tempesto in 2016, they got Pantheon in 2022, and they're getting this DarKoaster this year. So it's like 4 launch coasters. And obviously they're all multi-launch coasters as well. Verbolten has 2 launches, Tempesto has 3 launches, Pantheon has 4 launches, and I'm pretty sure this is 2 launches, so it's like, that's quite a lot of launches. I believe it's like 11 launches in one theme park. So that's quite a lot. Most theme parks only have like maximum 1 launch coaster. But it's really interesting to see this brand new attraction from Busch Gardens, and I can't wait for when it opens. Also in the news today, Wildcat's Revenge at Hersheypark has officially been topped off. And this is a huge milestone for Hersheypark, and especially this brand new roller coaster they're building. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically Wildcat's Revenge is a brand new Rocky Mountain construction hybrid coaster that's being built in Hersheypark, which is located at Hershey, Pennsylvania in USA. It's going to be, I think it's like 140 foot tall, and I think it's going to be like 73 miles an hour, something like that. So obviously it's not the tallest or the fastest RMC hybrid coaster. I don't think it's the steepest either. I think it's only like something like maybe 86 degrees, something like that. But however, this one looks to be one of the best coasters that RMC have designed, mainly because of its like intense layout. Obviously, RMC recently opened Air Force One over in Fun Spot in Atlanta, and that looks absolutely mental. Apparently, literally, that one in Fun Spot, like, apparently the ride is so fast in some parts that the one of the trains has to be stopped because it was going too fast. Like, I don't know how fast this thing is. I think it would probably go like similar speed to Wildcat's Revenge, because it's only 150 foot tall Air Force One. But this Wildcat's Revenge looks takes it one step further. I think one of the main defining features of this ride is it's got the world's largest like underflip inversion, where basically does like a upwards like heartline ball going like up into a hill, and then it just dives back down like in a drop. So that's really cool to see. Obviously, quite a few RMC coasters have these, like, and it looks very interesting to see this ride. Obviously, they've recently just added the support columns for the top of the lift hill, so the track hasn't been installed yet, but I've just installed the top section of the lift hill. And it looks such a really cool ride. I like how it just incorporates the core scheme. Obviously, it's an RMC conversion of the former Wildcat roller coaster, which was GCI's Great Coasters International's first ever roller coaster back in the 80s. I think it was like 1983. And this ride, it honestly looks, this brand new ride, Wildcat's Revenge, it looks like such an improvement, because apparently Wildcat, like the original one, was apparently really rough. But it got obviously a lot of people loved it because it was the original GCI roller coaster. Obviously GCI's coasters have very much improved since, like, just look at Wicker Man at Alton Towers. That ride is like just beautiful, both with theming and obviously the layout itself. But yeah, Wildcat's Revenge at Hersheypark looks absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see it open later this year. And finally, in the news today, Canada's Wonderland have announced they'll be building a brand new first of its kind flat ride, which is going to be opening later this year. And this is such incredible news for Canada's Wonderland over in Ontario, Canada. But if you know what I'm talking about, this brand new flat ride, I'm pretty sure it's called Tundra Twister. It's going to be a first of its kind flat ride. We've never seen this anywhere before. It looks very similar to like one of those Mondial top scans. And it looks really cool to see. It looks like a very intense ride. I think it's going to be like over 150 foot tall. Obviously the ride's name is Tundra Twister, and I think it's part of the same area that Yukon Striker is in, which is obviously the most recent roller coaster, the B&M Dive Coaster. So obviously it's seen in the concept art in the background behind the actual picture of the new ride itself. And I really like how this theme park is building the world's first flat ride, and it looks like a pretty big ride as well. I believe it's over 100 foot tall at least, which is really cool to see. The weird thing is, I like how a lot of these like American and obviously Canadian theme parks get these massive flat rides. And the only sort of flat rides we have in the UK to this scale, apart from obviously drop towers, are mainly like fun fair rides. Which obviously isn't a bad thing, but I think like hopefully the UK would start investing in like large scale flat rides like this, this Tundra Twister. Obviously, we have got some pretty good flat rides here in the UK, but obviously, because America is a much wealthier, and Canada obviously, are two much wealthier countries than the UK is. So I guess it would make sense if they got like much larger rides in like scale. But yeah, this brand new flat ride looks really intense, and looks like it's going to be a great experience. I think they've confirmed it's going to be opening later this year. I mean, they've announced it, like really literally only just the other day. I assume it should be open by like the summer, and obviously that looks absolutely amazing. And I cannot wait for this brand new attraction to open. So that is it for this week's episode of Coast News. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, then please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you'd like to see in the next video. Bye!